Welcome back, everyone. Hope you missed me. If not, I didn't miss you either. I'm only joking. All right. So today we're going to be talking about the XM6 and the Bose QuietComfort Ultra. I enjoyed the boxing experience of the Bose. It was just I thought it looked more appealing. Maybe it's because I got the blue color in this one, and I just got a neutral. It's more simplistic, nice looking on the Sony, but it's quite plain. Whereas this is quite a lot going on the box, the way the color looks, and then the case itself. It's just a brighter presentation. So I enjoyed that bit. What I liked about the Sony is I like this opening, the magnetic opening skills. You just scoop and away you go. Whereas with the Bose, you have to really do the zip it, make sure it's all the way there for you to be able to open. With the Sony, just that one flip, open it. I tried to do an experiment where I could see if I could like unbox both products with one hand. Smooth as pie with this one. Slightly difficult on that one. As if like a slip catcher and the ball comes at you fast. Not readily said, you're not sure where to position yourself, but you get there in the end. Okay, in terms of the devices themselves, I like the cups of this on the Sonys, which is nice, simple, big, very simplistic. Love that. I love the design. The design choice, I love the Sony. I would go with the Sony all day long. Okay. Whereas with the Bose, it's the traditional. You've seen them, these headphones. You've seen them all. Seen once, seen them all. Okay, it's same, flinky design like everybody else, but they're steady. They're good. What I love about these is when I put them on, my big ears fit in right in there without the foam hitting my ears, which is brilliant. So for comfort wise and for using them on a regular basis, I prefer the Bose. The Sonys, on the other hand, as anybody who has used them, they can really run really hot. And when I put them on, it seems that my ear it's always hitting on this foam, which makes it even hit up faster. Okay, so my role in the winter, these would be brilliant for covering your ears and keeping you warm. In the summer, not so much. I tried to do a couple of house chores, hoovering and stuff with them on. I had to take them off because my ears were dripping because they were just so warm, and I run hot as it is. Whereas these, I was able to do a few more things, did the same thing, put them on while vacuuming, cleaning, chasing up the kids. Brilliant. They last in there after a while, maybe a couple of hours, 3 hours or so. Then they start the heat. But like I said, I'm just a warm person anyway, and it doesn't help at the moment that we are in summer over here. But I'm not complaining. I'll take summer over winter any day. No, I prefer winter. But for the kids wise, it's easy for them to kick them outside, let them play. So what else did I want to talk about this? Okay, so taking them out of the packaging, just using them as they come. They were on like maybe 60% when I got these. Put them on, didn't mess about with any of the settings, didn't mess about with any of the EQ, anything like that. Just put them on, plug and play. They sound fantastic. I got them about maybe 4 o'clock. Used them till about midnight. No problem. Battery wise, in terms of that, still had battery to last me for the next day. Did the same thing with this. Got them again around about maybe 3, half 3. Did the same thing again. Just put them in my ear, plug and play. Started using them as they were. I ran out of battery, possibly about maybe 9ish, 10. I'm not sure why that was, because they should have lasted. But it's probably maybe I had noise cancelling on, and that I know that is a battery. but they're fully charged now. They can last you a whole day and a bit. Yeah, but these last better on the battery wise, and I like the fact that when you switch these off, they stay off. These go on sort of like a standby uh, setting, which then obviously it's up into your battery. But for something that's almost like what I think is it 20 to 30 or whatever it is, I'm not 100% sure, but the battery should last you, all day. You're not going to be having headphones 24 hours, I don't think. And then these are just better in terms of battery wise. I think they're like maybe 30 hours standby time or whatever it is. But those are settings that other people would discuss if you want to find out more in detail about the gimmicks, about the settings, about the actual net stuff. There's people on YouTube that deal with that. I'm just an average user. That don't have too much time to go into the net stuff. I am a nerd, but don't have time. But anyway, so then when you're looking at them, I do really like the design of this. I like the way this looks. It just looks nice, clean, sophisticated, elegant. These just look like just everyday headphones that everybody uses. You've seen them dime a dozen. Okay, in terms of the noise cancelling, I actually like the noise cancelling of the Bose. I know a lot of people like the Sony's, but I just found these to be more comfortable in terms of the noise cancelling. In terms of just plug and play, listening to music, I like these. I like the Sony's. The Sony's, there's just something about them. The signature of the plug and play, just using them, codecs, everything. When I'm using them with my Android, they just work. It just nice, sounds rich, and without, I'm not an audiophile, but they just sound nice. But I enjoyed this when I was watching Ironheart recently, just watching, just putting on, watching TV, audio, people speaking, listening to my podcasts, listening to my politics on YouTube. They were brilliant. They're just brilliant all around, more comfortable, easy to handle. I enjoy them immensely. Even though I like the Sonys, I just can't deal with the heat. They're just too hot. I had a pair of the XM5s about a year ago, and even in the winter, they still ran really hot for me. And if you know the winters in the UK, if anybody has ever been, that it really gets cold here, and these would be good, to keep your ears warm. But I found them to be too hot, too far hot. Maybe it's because my job involved walking around, so it was easy to just have the music on going on. But still, this shouldn't be that hot. So I don't know, Sony, if you can do anything about that, maybe use the same materials that the Bose use, or make your ear hole slightly bigger, slightly larger. I'm not sure what you can do on that, but design wise, this, I'm sure you guys can think up of something to do. So let me check something here. Actually, let's see. I didn't think of doing this before, but I'll do this live for you. Let's see. Yeah. See, what's funny is that actually looks that this looks wide. This looks longer that way, but the thinner. That so whereas that looks wider this way, but slightly shorter that way. Horizontally. So I'm not sure what the big difference is that makes the Bose more comfortable with my ears, and yet these that seem long horizontally that way and slightly thinner, why they sit in my ear and be more and run hard. Yeah, but if you look here at the back, this cups, the net for the Sony stays on this, whereas on the Bose it's actually stays on the actual headphones itself. And you also have, they seem to have some sort of foam in there with breathable holes on it at the back, which is very much missing on the Sony. So maybe that could be why the Sonys run hot and the Bose are slightly cooler. Because I'm looking, yeah, I see on the mesh, there's nothing. There's no hose. Maybe they need to put hose in here so that the air goes in when you have them on. Natural air when you got them on the ear, it goes in and it helps to cool it down, because which probably works well with on the Bose the way that is. Yeah, so there you go, Sony designers. There you go. You think on that. Yeah, maybe a big YouTuber will see this one day and be able to advise Sony about that and get them to design better headphones. Because I would prefer to have the Sonys in terms of the cups, the way it looks, the way just looks elegant. That's what I would say. It looks very elegant. The Sonys look elegant. They look nice, and I know I'd say it looked what did I say? Bare in terms of the packaging, and that looks much better. But in terms of the Ultra headphones themselves, I think these just looks more elegant as compared to the Bose. But I like the Bose. Even the comfort of the head. When I put these on my head, they just sit nice, rest. I don't seem to sweat as much on the headband here. I suppose it's not that I have any hair to protect it, to help it, and I'm bald, but these sit very well. They're quite brilliant. Whereas this just feels like my head is sitting on the Ultra bar here instead of the Ultra form factor here. Yeah, see the form. Yeah, the form is so much. There's more form to play with here as compared to that. Yeah, so that's another thing maybe Sony could improve on. Okay, so we're coming to the end here. So I've touched on a few things that I wanted to touch on. I'll use them a bit more interchangeably as the days come, and then I'll probably do another quick review, but I'll possibly just review the Bose, because I have a feeling I'm going to be using the Bose more than I am going to be using the Sonys, because I'm not, for the simple fact that they run so hot. It's not going to be a comfortable product for me, so I'm not going to lie. As much as I like looking at them and I say they look elegant, the Bose are going to be more usable for me as an everyday pair of headphones. Yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it, folks. What's this on this? I think that's where we'll just leave it, folks. So thanks again for joining me, and to the 1 or 2 people that will watch this, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the channel. So thank you very much and have a good day.